welcome to Buckmore Park for round 4 of the Daytona DMAX Championships. We're here with our Heavies Enduros who've just finished qualifying, a really exciting qualifying session. Let's have a little chat with someone who I imagine is very, very happy. Alex Pritchard, pole position.
Oh God, I can't believe that. Bobby said sort of halfway through, because I've got him on the radio, you know, it's going well, and pole, I'm thinking, you know, it's good. And didn't have a great run last night. Had a bit of an accident and I flew out of the kart, unfortunately. So, you know, as race preparations go, perhaps I shouldn't have an accident every practice if he does this for us. But yeah, really happy. I've never been on pole before for the endurance, so just got to do the most with it.
So a new experience for this race. What's the plan? Is there any particular strategy that's going to come into play?
Well, I've watched all the videos before, and Tom Golding always used to say, I'll gap first and then just push on from there. But who knows? Yeah, just do my best, and that's all I can ask for, sort of thing.
Well, an absolutely fantastic lap. Well done, Alex. We'll see you on the front row for the race. Let's have a little wander and have a chat with our championship leader. Has been very dominant so far this season. Tomek, you free for a quick chat?
Sure, absolutely.
Championship leader. Have you been to Buckmore Park before, 5th on the grid?
Yeah, I've been here once, I know the track, kind of. I'm still trying to find 0.2, of a second. But as far as I heard, it's really close in qualifying, so top 5 are like separated by probably 0.2 of a second, so anything can happen in the race. And P5, not too bad. It's on an inside, a third row, could have been worse, but yeah, I'm alright with that.
You've been pretty dominant in the championship so far this season. Is today a bit more damage limitation, or are we still going flat out for the win?
Flat out, of course.
Good stuff. Well, good luck for the race, Tomek. Hope we see you up there. Adam,
yes.
How was qualifying?
Tiring, to be honest. Yeah, P10. I'm all right with that. I think Chris Munro's an area super heavy to me, and he's, I think, about 6 or 8 spots behind. So, yeah, pretty chuffed for that.
So going for the super heavyweights win today?
Hopefully so. Hopefully so. If I can I'll probably just stick in with the crowd I'm in, which is most of the heavies, and I'll just keep looking over my shoulder for Chris Munro when he comes round.
Well, best of luck. Hope we see you up there on the podium. Let's have a quick word with Anwar. Anwar, good to see you.
You too.
4th on the grid. That's not too bad.
Yeah, it was all right. Yeah, I mean, it was tricky getting used to being in a kart again for being out so long, but yeah, I was happy with that. To be honest, if I can just last to the end of the race, I'll be happy, because my arms feel like they're going to fall off already after 10 minutes. So yeah, I'm happy. 4th is good. See where we go.
So you're very experienced round here from previous series. So potential podium for today's.
Well, it's an aim, yeah, but to be honest with you, I just kind of want to enjoy it. I don't get to do karting much these days, so I just want to kind of have fun. But I know I say that, and the helmet will go on, and then the red mist will descend, and it will be game over. So I'm just hoping that it's a good, clean race. I think in the Enduro, everyone settles down a little bit more, and it's a bit more sensible. So just make it around turn 1 and then lap 1, and then we'll just go from there.
Good stuff. Well, that's qualifying all done for the heavies. Let's get into this Enduro race. It should be a cracker.
Andrew.
Very intriguing grid indeed. I think once again, with this being the first time DMAX has been back to Buckmore Park in 7 years, a few drivers who would maybe expect a little bit further up the field, not there at the moment, getting to grips with this circuit. Just looking at previous results, Tomek Zaustovic obviously has got 3 out of 3 so far. He's got a bit of a job on here to make it 4 out of 4, starting from 5th place on the grid. Must say as well, Tomek was not fastest heavy yesterday in practice, which for some was a bit of a surprise. That honour went to Tarek Almu, who's done well in qualifying again. So look out for Tarek, because he was very, very quick yesterday in the dry.
And Tarek is currently 12th in the overall standings, with 59 points behind Eli Vergara, who actually out-qualified, as I mentioned a moment ago. So as they are winding their way, let's just run down the grid one final time before we go green. So on the front row on pole is Alex Pritchard. Alongside him, Adam Nakar. Row 2 is Tarek Almu and Anwar Barul Smith. Tomek Zaustovic and Malcolm Clark comprise row 3. James Taylor and Tom Pugh. Tom Pugh, who's actually 2nd in the championship, complete row 4, ahead of Tommaso Amendola and Adam Christopher, who complete the top 10. Paul Manton and Chris Pebbody line up on row 6, ahead of Anthony Unit and Blaze Zienko. Adrian Wisniewski is in 15th, ahead of Vince Cogswell, with Gareth Holt in 17th place, ahead of current super heavy leader Chris Munro. who again was out-qualified by Adam Christopher for the second round in succession. Ian McMillan on the 51 is in 19th, ahead of Eli Vergara, who's currently 11th in the championship on 64 points. Paul Studd, who's 5 points behind Chris Monroe in the standings, as they... and it looks like we're going green for the very first time, and Alex Pritchard is side by side with Adam Nakar going into turns 1 and 2, and there is a brilliant move, and there's track limits, there's a big track limits I think there for the number 10. That's Adam Christopher, the leading super heavy, who literally went almost 4 wheels off, and there's a spinner at the back end.
Yep, I'll catch that for you, Alex, as they come round. It was indeed the number, looks like it was the number 39.
But obviously these drivers will have to be very, very cautious of track limits. We've seen cones being hit in previous rounds, and this could be no exception here at Buckmore Park.
Top 5 has broken away, clearly broken away now. Pritchard, Naker, Almu, Saustovic and Burrell Smith a good way ahead of Adam Christopher in 6th. Move there for 7th, Alex, the number 40, Malcolm Clark, fending off James Taylor in the number 52. Coming through the S's now, so the field already getting a little bit spread out, and everyone's settling into their rhythm for the next 60 minutes.
And we saw in the Inter-Enduro that backmarker traffic was being hit as early as the 10-minute mark. I could probably see about the same happening this time around as the top 3 come into turn 4, second of the infield hairpins, and Alex Pritchard is still being kept very, very honest by Adam Nakar, and Tarek Almu with Zaustovic and Burrell Smith closing fast, so it could be very shortly a 5-way scrap for the lead of the race.
Fastest lap last time around, Alex Pritchard, 45.664. So the lap times quickly coming down as the leaders almost a change for the lead there, coming back up the hill past Cafe Corner now. But it's still Pritchard in the lead, Alex.
But Nakar, we know very well, last time at PF International, nearly had a run on Tomek Zaustovic, didn't make it stick. Could he go one better here at Buckmore Park? We'll find out a bit later on, but he's still got a very, very emerging battle between himself. And look at this, Tomek Zaustovic and Anwar Burrell Smith are closing fast. And I think, have we had a new fastest lap already?
We have. Tomek Zaustovic, 45.648, so he's already quicker than he was in qualifying, Alex. That's unbelievable pace. I've also noticed Adam Christopher had a bad lap that last time around. He's down to 9th place, and that's promoted James Taylor in the 52, Malcolm Clark in the number 40, and Adrian Wisniewski in the number 20.
Now Wisniewski, if I remember correctly, qualified P15, so he has really, really made some inroads very, very early on. So could we see him challenge for a top 5? We know he's got the calibre. I mean, he's down at the moment in 5th place in the championship standings, but he could really, really put the cat amongst the proverbial pigeons.
Battle for 4th place, Alex. Anwar Burrell Smith, and Anwar Burrell Smith is through. Oh. He's through and past Tomek Zaustovic.
There was a bit of rubbing there coming into that turn 5-6 chicane, but luckily enough we didn't have the incident where we saw Mike Copping in the Inters nearly having a coming together with a barrier. But Burrell Smith sends it up the inside, and the pair clash side pods into turn 3. Zaustovic is trying to fight his way past, but has to drop back a little bit.
Well, these two need to start working together, because whilst they've been fighting, a little bit of a lead has emerged between Burrell Smith now in 4th place and the very fast Tarek Almu in 3rd. They're letting this top 3, Alex, get away.
As Nakar is trying to force the issue, trying to go up the inside of Pritchard, but we've got Tarek Almu still waiting in the wings. We're just going to see whether Nakar has the opportunity, but Almu could still pounce, and he goes up the inside. Brilliant move on Adam Nakar into turn 4. Pair goes side by side heading into the chicane, guys. It's going to be tight here. Oh, and Nakar just glances the barrier, but manages to keep it under control.
Come from 22nd on the grid.
There's been a change for the lead. Nakar's taking it from Pritchard on the other side of the track, but Pritchard is trying to fight back, tries to throw it up the inside, thinks the better of it. Nearly tight between those two.
Change for 3rd.
Change for 3rd. And that was...
Burrell Smith up ahead of Tarek Almu now. And they're all going quicker, Alex. They've all set, in fact, that's the top 6 have all just set their personal bests of the race so far. And it's now a fastest lap of the race to championship leader Tomek Zaustovic, 45.362, but it's so close. All the top 6 top 5, sorry, in the 45.3s and the 45.4s.
That is a blistering pace, better than we saw in qualifying, where Alex Pritchard surprised everybody on his last attempt, but it's not quite happening at the moment for the man currently in second behind Adam Nakar as they again encounter backmarker traffic with the number 7.
40 minutes to go. It's going to be one of these 5 that is going to win, but right now, Alex, I'm not willing to put my money on any of these guys. It could be any one of them.
I am calmly making no predictions whatsoever as Adam Nakar gets held up a little bit there going into turns 5 and 6. Alex Pritchard is there waiting to pounce.
Could be a chance down into paddock at the bottom of the circuit. And yes, is that Pritchard up the inside? No, he's going past the back marker.
No,
but Burrell Smith's trying to get past through Garda, and that's a forceful move, and I think Burrell Smith's going to have taken second place there.
He has indeed, Burrell Smith forces his way past into second, past Alex Pritchard, and Zaustovic is going up on the inside of Pritchard, throws it up the inside into turn 1, brilliant move there, makes the move complete, and looks like also
Tarek Almu's coming through as well.
Tarek Almu went with him, so brilliant move by the current championship leader to get up into third place.
Well, you've got a feel for Alex Pritchard because he got badly held up there by the back marker, and as a result he's fallen from second place down to 5th in the space of half a lap. Tarek Almu all over the back of Tomek Zaustovic there, and he's just set the fastest lap of the race of 45.290. Almu's making a move, he's gone down the inside, they're pod to pod, and I don't think he's going to be able to hold on. No, he's let Zaustovic back through there for 4th place. And down the inside, Burrell Smith goes to the lead, takes the lead. Can he hold on to it into hairpin 2? He's going to have the inside line.
Adam Nakar forces it round the outside, nearly goes all 4 wheels off onto track limits.
He's got it, Alex. Burrell Smith takes the lead.
And we've actually just had number 35 have a bit of a moment. That's Darren Hughes, one of the super heavies, going a little bit sideways, coming into turn 3, but manages to control it and get back out on track.
Well, a very good move there from Anwar Burrell Smith, who said he knows this place very well, and once again that was one of those textbook hairpin moves, up the inside into hairpin 1, side by side into hairpin 2, and then got it done on the exit. There's also crucially been a change, Alex, for 3rd place. Tarek Almu has overtaken championship leader Tomek Zaustovic and is up into 3rd.
So hold on to your hats, ladies and gentlemen. For the next 30 minutes, we're going to have a 5-way scrap, a veritable quintet of drivers going for the win here at Buckmore Park.
In fact, no, Nakar is right on the tail of Burrell Smith. We're back to a lead quartet now.
And Almu's letting Nakar know he's there, and so is Zaustovic is letting the same with regards to Almu. Alex Pritchard, as you said, Andrew, is really keeping in touch.
Oh, Alex Pritchard's got to be careful here. He's got 2 back markers, not aware that he's there. We were 3 wide for a second, and Alex Pritchard did very well to deal with that, because that will have been a very scary moment.
That could have been 3 wide going into that chicane, and I don't think anyone would have come out smiling.
Burrell Smith goes defensive, Alex, into turn 1.
And Zaustovic is now up into 3rd place. He's got past Tarek Almu, so brilliant move by the current championship leader. Alex Pritchard is there pretty close, and he throws it up the inside of Tarek Almu.
That's a fantastic move.
That's a great move, but Almu's trying to fight back. The pair will not go side by side into 5 and 6. Nice move by Pritchard there to take 4th, when Almu made a complete mistake, going a bit too sideways into turn 3, and allowed both Zaustovic and Pritchard to capitalise.
But there's a move again. I think I can see it on the screen down at the bottom of the circuit, and I think Almu has made it back past into 4th place. We'll have to confirm that as they come back over the hill. Yep, Burrell Smith, Nakar.
No, he hasn't. Pritchard's still in 4th, but Almu is pressurising. Nearly went up the inside into turn 1, but didn't quite make the move stick. Will Pritchard be able to make that cut as wide as possible ahead of Tarek Almu?
And to start a new lap, Burrell Smith looks over his shoulder, goes defensive.
This is very much echoing the battle between
up the inside, he's up the inside, and that's a brilliant move.
Brilliant move, well done Adam Nakar for taking the lead into turn 3, but now he's sort of gesturing on to Burrell Smith.
But Burrell Smith's going back for it.
These two are not letting up here. They've still got their foot fully planted as Nakar goes back into the lead, goes past the back marker. Burrell Smith goes with him, and I think Zaustovic is right on their tail end, Charlie.
Yeah, and it's very dangerous to let a guy like Zaustovic onto their tail, which is exactly what they've done now. It's now 3 drivers. No, make that 4, make that 5, battling for the lead once again. looking up the inside, trying to get past through.
Yes, pretty
He's done
by
it.
Zastovich to go into second. Alex Pritchard's trying to capitalise on Adam Nakar. The pair goes side by side into turn 4. Nakar's got the better line. Alex Pritchard goes off the racing line, bumps a little bit on Adam Nakar. Fantastic move into turns 5 and 6.
That's hairpin 2 for you. You saw Alex Pritchard, he got that run off the outside and just swooped past into 3rd place. And here they are again coming up towards us.
Alex Pritchard, where the hell did you bring that one from?
And James
Nakar's thrown it off the
5th.
inside of Pritchard onto turn 4, makes the move stick. Pritchard goes very, very wide there. Side by side into turns 5 and 6. The pair are banging side pods. And Pritchard, I think, has got the inside run into turn 7. Alex Pritchard, you are entertaining us like nothing I've seen
But they're
before.
side by side again.
And someone actually just went off the track there as well.
I think it might have been Pritchard. Went the wrong side of the cones.
So here we go. Zastovich is closing on Burrell Smith for the lead of the race. And Adam Nakar's dropped down to 5th behind Tara Kalmu and Alex Pritchard. Alex Pritchard has done some brilliant overtaking in the last 5 minutes or so, and that's earned him 3rd place on the track at the moment. And we've still got plenty of this race still left to run, Andrew.
I'll tell you what else is crucial as well now in the terms of Anwar Burrell Smith, not really a championship contender. He's here on a one-off. So he's now, and he's in the lead. He's in the lead now. That's a change for the lead on the bottom end of the circuit.
So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Tomek Zastovich is your current leader.
Well, he must have heard me, because I was just saying how he was an effective lead of the regulars, and he went, no, I can do better than that. I'll take the lead outright. Absolutely brilliant from our championship leader.
It looks like the lead's changed again.
Yeah, they've changed again.
Past, and he's making that card as wide as possible.
Look how close they are. And, oh, a little look up the inside there by Nakar. Not able to make it on Zastovich.
And Zastovich is trying to go around the outside of Burrell Smith. Doesn't quite make it stick, and Pritchard and Almu are there waiting in the wings. The battling quintet are still having to fight their way past back marker traffic. Pritchard nearly goes past Adam Nakar into turns 5 and 6, but thinks the better of it with traffic up ahead.
We've been racing for 42 minutes. The top 5 is covered by 1.086 seconds of this back
they're still
markers.
battling down the bottom end of the circuit. This is really becoming one of those battle royales that everyone wants to see, and we're getting it right here at Buckmore. The top 3 literally nose to tail. Adam Nakar bumping off the curbs there, trying to throw it up the inside of Tomek Zastovich, but Burrell Smith is really keeping this pair at bay. Who's going to make the move that's going to decide this race? Anyone could say anything, and it doesn't really matter at this particular moment in time.
Burrell Smith doing a really good job. We saw it in the inters as well, holding a slightly inside line on the edge to the corners and then keeping it low, not giving Tomek Zastovich a single opportunity to get his front wheels alongside. Absolutely fantastic defensive driving from Burrell Smith.
He's doing what Mike Coppin did earlier on, and it's showing that it does work around here at Buckmore Park.
Absolutely brilliant stuff here. 15 minutes to go, and oh, again, Adam Nakar looking up the inside as they start to go down some sweep. Maybe he's just trying a bit of mind games with Burrell Smith, but to be honest, and Nakar's trying to do round the outside through Garda. That's a bit of an interesting one. Not able to make it. That would have been a remarkable manoeuvre.
That would have been, and he's nearly going side by side down the straight. And there we go. Zastovich is also there with them. Throws it up the inside of Nakar to take second. Alex Pritchard goes with him for 3rd. Nearly. Adam Nakar, how did you hold on to 3rd place? Well, you haven't now, because Alex Pritchard has just gone up the inside, but Nakar's got the inside line. Tarek Almu throws it up the inside to take 3rd. But then Adam Nakar falls right in front again, and Alex Pritchard bumps him from behind, sort of pushing him forward. This is really...
Did I just see that?
I think I need to do a double take if we can get a replay on that. But literally, Almu threw it up the inside, going into turn 4, goes side by side with Pritchard, and you just couldn't... You thought, how is that possible?
Pritchard back up to 3rd.
Past Nakar, who's thinking about going up the inside.
Oh, there's contacts!
There's contacts. Pritchard goes a little bit sideways. Tarek Almu capitalises and goes into 3rd place. But that was bumping, and Pritchard was nearly pitched sideways by Adam Nakar there.
There's a thumbs up there from Pritchard. I don't know if that's a little bit ironic, because I don't think he'll have liked that, but at least he's still in this race. There was almost a lane open there for Pritchard going down the inside. He's going for third. He's got it. Brilliant move yet again from pole sitter Alex Pritchard. A little bump there back from the number 14. Well, I think Pritchard will have been, and Pritchard up the inside, and he's going to take third place back. I think he was quite thankful for there being tarmac runoff. Watch out for Taylor. He's absolutely flying. He's got clear road now between himself and Adam Nakar in fifth. No traffic between them. There's more traffic ahead of the leaders. I really do think this is going to be a 6-kart battle for the lead, Alex, going into the last 6 minutes of this race.
And it looks like, I think I might have just spotted a change of position there for fourth. We'll wait until the leaders come through. They're just about to come up Herbert Rise at the minute. Yes, it is. Adam Nakar made the move into turn 11 on Tarek Almu there, with Alex Pritchard really on the back bumper of Tomasz Alstovic for second.
Leaders go through.
Pritchard goes up the inside, goes for second, and Adam Nakar goes with him, side by side. The pair. Tomasz Alstovic is trying to fight back, throws it up the inside of Nakar for third. Nakar goes around the outside of him. Tarek Almu nearly goes up the inside of Tomasz Alstovic into turns 5 and 6. This really is not stopping.
I have no words to describe what I have just seen, or what I have seen in the last 55 minutes. This has been absolutely brilliant. And it's still not over. It's a 5-minute sprint now. Let's forget everything that's happened before. We've got 5 minutes to go.
Look at this. Pritchard, pole setter. Who's not to say he takes the race win?
I would not be surprised, but well, it's one of those paradoxes. It's like there's so much surprising stuff that I'm not surprised anymore what's happening. But still, Burrell Smith leading. Pritchard second. Nakar third, Zalstovic fourth, Tarek Almu fifth, and still James Taylor is now only 1.3 seconds off this battle.
Zalstovic has gone up the inside of Adam Nakar, who hits one of the cones just coming out of turn 9. So that was side by side. Was there a little bit of contact, a little bit of rubbing between the two? I think there might have been, and that meant that Adam Nakar could end up with a 5-second penalty.
And James Taylor is now with them. James Taylor has now joined the back of this field, and for the first time we're now saying 6 drivers for the lead. Pritchard trying to get past Burrell Smith there, side by side.
Side by side going into turn 4. He's not. Is he going to throw one up the outside? No, he doesn't. He's got the run on him going into the 5-6 chicane. Oh, that was close. That was very close. But Pritchard has got the run going down into turn 7.
Burrell Smith goes defensive again into hairpin 1, and on the inside, contact between third and fourth. And Zalstovic, I think, is going to get waved back through, but up the inside, that's brilliant. That's a brilliant opportunistic move by number 14, Tarek Almu.
There was a bit of bumping between Tarek Almu and Adam Nakar, as James Taylor is right on the tail end, Charlie, of this battling quintet.
Well, Nakar realised he'd made contact for third place. He had to let Zalstovic back through, and Tarek Almu thought, well, I'll have a piece of this, and went up into fourth.
We've been seeing that with the heavies. Every time they go to battle, every time they go to war, someone throws a right hook you do not see coming. Alex Pritchard has shown it, Tomasz Alstovic, Tarek Almu, Adam Nakar. Could we see one from James Taylor in the dying seconds of the race? We could possibly.
2 minutes to go, less than 2 minutes to go now. There's a back marker, I think it's number 4. And he's not quite getting out the way.
That's Lee Whitney. That's Lee Whitney up ahead. And Burrell Smith sort of just gesticulates as if to say, please mate, get out the way, I'm trying to battle for the lead here.
The blue flags are out as well, so Whitney needs to get out of the way, otherwise he may get a penalty. Zalstovic is up to second place.
So Zalstovic has pounced when the opportunity presents itself, and Tarek Almu nearly pushes Alex Pritchard into a slight slide there. James Taylor is trying to go up the outside of Adam Nakar for fifth. Tarek Almu has actually lost out there. He's going side by side with James Taylor, and the pair clash coming into the turn 5-6 chicane.
And here come the leaders. Last lap board is out. Burrell Smith still leads from championship leader Tomasz Alstovic, who's all over the rear bumper of the number 54.
And here we go. When is Tomasz Alstovic? Adam Nakar goes up the inside as Tarek Almu hits the side of Alex Pritchard. Nakar up into third place.
Look at James Taylor.
And Pritchard goes sideways.
James Taylor, he's gone from 6th to 4th.
And Tarek Almu follows suit as well.
And Anwar Burrell Smith wins this race. What a drive from the expert here around Buckmore Park. absolutely exemplary, Alex, demonstration of defensive driving.
And we saw that from Mike Copping. Of course, championship leader Tomek Zastovic has to be happy with second place. Adam Nakar taking the opportunity of a couple of collisions, slight collisions I might add, between Alex Pritchard and Tarek Almu. James Taylor literally caught the battling quintet, and there we go. Brilliant show of sportsmanship there between Anwar Barul-Smith and Tomek Zastovic, who gives his rival a well-deserved round of applause. Gentlemen, that was a fantastic battle. So rounding out the grid of this 29-strong heavy enduro round 4 of the 2017 Daytona DMAX Championship, it's Anwar Barul-Smith, the local hero, who has taken the win, just literally whiskers ahead by just over 1/10 of a second from Tomek Zastovic, who extends his championship lead. Adam Nakar led this race at one point, finished third, ahead of James Taylor, who literally came out of nowhere and put it in 4th place over a battling Alex Pritchard, who took the pole position earlier on, ahead of Tarek Almu. Can't forget about Adrian Wisniewski.
Yeah.
Started P15, finished P7, so that's a great result for him. Malcolm Clark and Tom Pugh. Tom Pugh, Zastovic, his closest competitor, in 9th. Adam Christopher this time around did better than Chris Monroe in the Super Heavies, completing the top 10. Paul Manson finished ahead of Chris Pebberty. Tommaso Amendola, who I noticed throughout the race had a couple of ups and downs as well, ended up 13th, ahead of Anthony Unit. Lee Whitney completed the top 15. Vince Cogswell 16th. Gareth Holt was in 17th, ahead of Chris Monroe, who still, I would imagine, continues to assert his lead in the super heavy category, ahead of Paul Studd, who finished eventually 23rd. Blazienko was 19th, ahead of Gary Martin. Eli Vergara 21st. Vinod Hirani was 22nd, ahead of Paul Studd. Peter Hayes, Robert Pertak, Steve Porter, Darren Hughes, Richard Newton and Ian McMillan complete your running order for round 4 of the 2017 Daytona DMAX Heavy Enduro Championship. What a barnstormer for the heavy hitters out on track over the past hour.
In round 4 of the Heavies Enduros Championship for 2017. Adam, what a race. That was a pretty intense affair, and what a start as well.
Yeah, made a few places off the start, to be honest. I don't know where Chris Monroe was, didn't see him at all for the Super Heavies, but I had a great dice throughout the race with Tom Pugh, which I think was over 9th or 10th. And yeah, just a great race really. Had a lot of fun, and then towards the end I think Tom just got ahead of me, and I just was too far ahead of me. Giza Bahan was too far behind, but yeah, just went well.
Well, really brilliant race. It's great to watch, and hope you continue it through the rest of the season.
Thank you very much.
Adam Nakar. Adam, I'm probably going to have to ask this to all three of you, but what was going through your mind when you were in the lead? I think you were back to 5th at one point. Just try and sum up that crazy race for us.
Well, when I was in the lead, I thought, well, I can't stay here. I don't win races. That's not really me. When I was 2nd, I thought, I've got to have Anwar. To the extent that I tried going around the outside of him at the top hairpin at one point. He was so much slower when he was in front. When I dropped to 5th, I thought, I don't really deserve to finish this low down. So I'd rather finish 2nd ahead of Tomek, but 3rd is okay. And boy, was that tough. That was really tough.
Well, a brilliant effort to get a podium. Let's step up to our championship leader. Tomek, it's 2nd today, but you extend your championship lead. Are you happy with that?
Yeah, exactly. Extended championship is a key thing for me at this moment. But starting from P5 and finishing on P2, I just couldn't be better really. And the race we had today, it's hard to describe it. I mean, we've been dicing places almost every lap, and 5 of us were just battling like crazy. It was all pretty much clean, which made it even more enjoyable. But yeah, it's an amazing place. I'm really happy that Daytona came here, and hopefully we'll have great hits today as well and come back next year.
Absolutely, very well said. Well done, Tomek. We'll see you at the next round. Let's move on to our winner. Anwar, you said to me before the race you haven't been in a while, you're out of form. Well, I guess form's temporary, class is permanent. What a win.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, for the first 10 laps I was really rusty, and I was really rusty at the start as well into turn 1. I gave up too much space to everyone, and I think I was a bit too polite and got knocked around a bit, and the top 4 had already gone. So, and after that I just thought I'd just get my head down. I had a bit of a gap to 6th, and I thought if I can just stay here and try and keep up with the guys in front, as soon as they hit the traffic maybe I can reel them in a bit. But actually the track started coming to me and the kart started coming to me, and before I knew it I was overtaking 4th, and then I was in 3rd, and then I was back in 4th, and then I was 3rd, and then I was 2nd, and I was back in 3rd, and I was 2nd, and I was in the front, and I was second. Oh, it was just mental. And then as soon as I hit the front for the final time, I thought, that's it, I'm not giving it up anymore, because as soon as you hit the front, there was such a headwind up the straight, you just literally lost all of your power completely, and you were a sitting duck. So I threw in the towel early, I think around with 20 minutes to go, and just thought make my kart as wide as I can, and that was it to the end. And I'll tell you, it was tense. I think if I was on my own in that race, I probably would have died because of exhaustion. I was really knackered, but the fact that everyone was around me just sort of kept me going to the end. As soon as I crossed the line, it was over. But yeah, really enjoyed it. Great, one of the best races I've had, I think, for a long time. Really good, really enjoyed it.
Well, really good to hear. Hope we see you back in Daytona in the future, but brilliant win once again, Anwar. Well, what a race. What a round 4 for the Heavies Enduros in the 2017 Daytona DMAX Championships. I hope you enjoyed that. We definitely did in the commentary box. If you want to get involved, well, you can for round 5 and the rest of the season. Just go to the website and give the number a ring to get involved.